Hello, this is Sudhir Kumar Devedi, Assistant Professor of Law from Zemtech School of Law, Greater Noida. The topic for today's lecture is Anticipatory Bail Application under the subject Drafting, Pleading and Conveyancing. In this subject, we will try to understand in short what is anticipatory bail and then what are the circumstances when the anticipatory bail may be granted, and what is our focus will be basically on the structure of the bail application, that structure of the anticipatory bail application. First of all, let's see what is the bail. As we know, the bail is a conditional or provisional release of a person held under legal custody in matters which are yet to be pronounced by the court by undertaking a promise to appear in a court as and when required. It signifies a security collateral deposited before the court for release. So the general uh, meaning, or you can say the of the bail, is that it is a kind of security that whenever the person will be required, he will make appear himself before the court. Now let's see are the types of the bail in India. First is a regular bail. It is a direction given by the court, any court within the country, to release a person who is already under arrest and kept in police custody. For such bail, a person can file an application under section 437 and 438 of the CRPC. The another type is the interim bail. Bail granted for a temporary or short period by the court till the application seeking the anticipatory bail or regular bail is pending before the court. And the third one is the anticipatory bail. It is a direction issued to release a person on bail even before the person is arrested. In this situation, there is apprehension of arrest and the person is not arrested before the bail is granted. For such bail, a person can file an application under section 438 of the Code of the Criminal Procedure. It is issued only by the Session Court and the High Court. So the anticipatory bail is an application for getting the bail in a you can say in apprehension, that anticipation that he will be arrested in some cases, and this is issued even before the person is arrested. It is generally a direction to release a person on bail issued even before the person is arrested. It is important to understand here that the term anticipatory bail is really a misnomer. Misnomer means you can say the wrong name, because what section 438 contemplates is not the anticipatory bail but merely an order releasing the accused on bail in the event of his arrest. It is manifest that there can be no question of bail unless the person is under detention or the custody. It was held by the court in Bal Chand Jain versus State of MP 1976. So therefore it is only on arrest that order granting an anticipatory bail becomes operative. So as per section 438 of the CRPC, which lays down that when any person anticipates that he or she may get arrested on an accusation of having committed a non-bailable offence, he/she may apply to the High Court or the Court of Session for a direction under this section. The court may direct if it thinks fit, or if it thinks meet, it is a discretion of the court, that in the event of such arrest, means when he will be arrested, then only the bail will be given. He/she shall be released on the bail even before an arrest is made without subjecting him or her to further restrain. So the language is very clear. It is a direction from the court that when a person will be arrested, then he should be released on bail. It is a direction. So bail, because we know that the use of bail is only when the person is arrested. So the person will be arrested, and immediately, if there is a direction under section 438, he will be released on the bail. That is the procedure. That is the concept behind this. Then, as per section 438, subclass 2, when the court of the session makes a direction under section 438, it may lay down certain condition in light of the facts of the particular case as it may think fit. So, as already said, that some condition may be imposed while giving direction under section 438 subclause 1 regarding the anticipatory bail. Let's see some important case laws on this point. First one is the Gurbakh Singh Sibba versus State of Punjab 1980 case. Supreme Court ruled that section 438 subclause 1 should be interpreted in the light of article 21, that is the protection of life and personal liberty. Article 21 of the Constitution, which relates with the protection of life and personal liberty. So before granting the bail granting the anticipatory bail as a matter of right, an individual should not be limited by the time. The court could impose appropriate restriction in a case by case basis. That is very obvious, because the fact and circumstances of each and every case may be different, so the condition may also vary. But what is the basic, you can say, the guideline, or you can say suggestion of the court in this case was that before while taking into consideration the bail application under section 438 subclause 1 of the CRPC, court should take into also consideration article 21 of the Constitution, which is related with the protection of life and personal liberty. Then in Saluddin Abdul Samad Sheikh versus State of Maharashtra 1995 case, Supreme Court overruled its earlier judgment and held that granting of anticipatory bail should be limited by time. So what the held in this court, that it is not that anytime you can make application anticipatory bail application. There must be some restriction regarding the time limit. Then factors and conditions for granting anticipatory bail which may be taken into consideration may be the nature and gravity of the accusation, applicant's possibility of fleeing from the justice, previous case against the applicant including any previous conviction or cases of cognizable offense. These are some, you can say, factors which should be taken into consideration. However, there are various other factors which may be taken into consideration, and generally all the factors which are applicable in the matter of bail, they are also taken into consideration when the application for the anticipatory bail has been made. Then another important judgment is there, SS Maitre versus State of Maharashtra and others 2010, where the Supreme Court held that life duration of an order granting anticipatory bail could not be curtailed. So here the court held in this case that it is not necessary that anticipatory bail may be granted for a limited time period. It is always depends on the fact and circumstances of the case and the discretion of there is a discretion of the court that what will be the life duration of the anticipatory bail. It's totally the discretion of the court, and the court should take into consideration the article 21 and various other factors while they are passing the order. under section 438 regarding the anticipatory bail. Now let's see what will be the structure of the application. Here I have taken example. The application has been made before the court of session, so it will start like that. In the court of session, the judge district so and so Delhi, 30,000 Court, Delhi. Anticipatory bail application number, which will be provided by the registry office of 2017. Then in the matter of so and so some residence, the complete detail versus the state, the complainant. Then again here will be the FIR number and the year under which section he has been arrested, and then the name of the police station must be mentioned at the right corner. Then it will be heading that application for the grant of anticipatory bail under section 438 of the Code of the Criminal Procedure 1973. It will be heading. Then it will the main application will start. The applicant above named most respectfully submits as under that the applicant is the young man aged 20 years residing and so place in Delhi. He is also a director of so and so company, or he is employee of so and companies, whatever is the status, which is a very leading company engaged in the manufacture of so and so plan. So you will give the detail that who are you, where is your residence, what you are doing at that time. And then next para will be like that the applicant is a very respectable person of his locality and is a person of a loving citizen. Then you will give his some detail about your social status. Then the next para will be that the applicant was friendly terms with Miss so and so, the younger daughter of the complainant. However, the relationship of the applicant with Miss Y was not liked by her family members, so much so that they had stopped Y from meeting the applicant and threatened her that in case she met the applicant, they will implicate the applicant in some false criminal case. So here you will make the statement regarding the situation that why you are making an application for the anticipatory bail. You will state the fact. After that, the next para will be that Miss Y had also written a number of letters to the applicant calling upon him to marry her, as she had feared that her family members may sabotage her relationship with the applicant, which shows that family members of Miss so and so were deadly against the applicant and were looking for some opportunity to falsely implicate him in some false criminal case in order to pressurize him to sever his relationship with Y. So here you will state the fact that what was the situation, what that why you are fearing that such a case may be filed against you, that you may be arrested, and then you must explain the situation or the fact, the incident. Then the next para will be that on so and so date, the applicant had gone to meet his friend, who is residing in the neighborhood of the Miss Y. When the applicant reached the house of his friend, he was suddenly attacked by father, uncle, and brother of Miss Y, as a result of which he fell down and sustained injuries. The applicant's friend came to the rescue for the applicant, and with great difficulty the applicant was saved from the clutches of Miss Y's family member by other neighbors and passerby. So here you will again give the detail of the incident, that when you met your friend, then the family member of that girls came and they started beating you, and the friends saved your life. That means the whatever the sequencing of the incident must be given to the court, so that it may be in the clear in the mind of the court that oh, this is the situation, or they may be implicated in false case, and the bail application should be accepted or not. It will give some presumption to the court. Then it will be like that the police has registered a false FIR against the applicant, where on pursuit of the said FIR reveals that the brother of Miss Y attacked the applicant and not vice versa. As a matter of fact, The aggressor has manipulated with the police and has falsely implicated the applicant. The applicant is in fact the victim at the hands of the complainants who have conspired with the police and got this case registered against them. The photo state copies of the letter written by Miss Y to the applicant are annexed herewith. So you will explain the fact that in this, like I have taken here the example that the family member of the so-called girl is falsely implicating the person because he was having some relation with the girl of that family. Then in support of these statement, you are having the letter written by that lady, that girl. Then you must state that that copies of that letter has been annexed so that the court can come to believe that yes, the statement which has been given by the applicant is true, or there is some support regarding the statement. After that the FIR registered against the applicant is absolutely false and incorrect. The applicant is not at all involved in the alleged offense and has been falsely implicated by the police. They obviously will mention these facts. Then that applicant apprehends that he may be arrested in pursuance of the aforesaid false and fictitious complaint. This is very important. The statement it must be given that there is some apprehension, anticipation that in that false case the applicant may be arrested. Then the next statement, next para will be that the police officials have visited the premises of the applicant in his absence and there is very likelihood of his being arrested in the stand case. Obviously, if the police has visited, then you must mention that the police may be in search of the applicant. Then the next para that the applicant undertakes to join the investigation as and when directed to do so. Obviously, you will mention that you are always cooperating with the police officer. There is some collaboration with the police officer and the family of that girl. That and you are always ready to support the investigation, to cooperate the investigation. Then the next para will be that the applicant is a permanent resident of Delhi and there is no chance to of absconding in case he is granted in. So you must have mentioned that you are resident of so and so place. It is falling within jurisdiction of the court, and you will not flee from the jurisdiction of the court because you are having a permanent residence. Then that the applicant has never been involved in any criminal case except the present one. Obviously, you will mention that you are first time implicated in this type of the case. You are not a habitual offender, and no application has been made against you in before. And then last there will be a prayer clause. It is therefore most humbly, respectfully prayed that the applicant be released on bail in the event of his arrest, and appropriate direction in this regard may please by sent to the concerned investigating officer SHO any other orders which this honorable court may be deem fit and proper on the facts and circumstances of the case may also be made. Then the sign, then the through the if it is through the advocate, place, date, and again it must be supported by an affidavit. That's all about the requirement of the anticipatory bail, when it may be granted, what are the condition, and what is the structure before whom it is made, what fact must be mentioned, what are the general facts which must be mentioned, all have be discussed in this lecture. Thank you.